second info session or second webinar for the month of June. This webinar info session is hosted by Kanata Education, Kanata Educational Consultancy Services. Okay, so I'm one of the counselors from Kanata. My name is Van. I'm also joined here by Francis, who will do the presentation later. And we are also very lucky to be joined by two of our school representatives. So we have one from Kwantlen Polytechnic University. We have Regine Molina, and then we also have Rona Diaz from Vancouver Community College. Okay, so again, thank you. Thank you for deciding to spend your Saturday afternoon with us. We know you have better things to do, but you're here. So yeah, I'm not going to keep my introduction long, but I'm going to give you an overview first of what's going to happen this afternoon. So this is a 2-hour webinar. We'll start with the presentation for KPU first by Regine, and then followed by Rona from VCC. After the school presentations, we're going to have a presentation for Kanata to explain what are the services offered by the company. And then afterwards, we're going to have a question and answer portion. So during those presentations, you're free to type down your questions. That's for those who are here on Zoom, but also for those who are watching live on YouTube. Okay, so you just type down your questions, and then afterwards, we'll try to answer all of them during the question and answer portion. Okay, as much as possible, we're gonna handpick the questions so that the questions to be answered are, beneficial for the majority. If you have very specific questions, I suggest you book a consultation with us. Anyway, in Kanata, the consultation and assessment is free. So you're very much welcome to, book consultation, and we'll accommodate the questions that you have. So yeah, I guess. So there we can start. Now we can start with the school. We'll start with Kwantlen Polytechnic University with Miss Regine. Hi, Regine. Are you there?
Hi, Van. Hi,
Hello.
Van.
Okay.
Hi, Francis.
All right, let's start. So we can start when you're ready.
All right. Let me just share my screen. Okay, there you go. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Kanata team. Thank you so much for inviting me today and for all your support as always. To our participants today, thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. And Kanata has always been our trusted partner. So if you're interested to study at KPU or at VCC, feel free to reach out to them and they will be very happy to assist you with your application. So just a little bit of an introduction. My name is Regine Molina. I am KPU's field representative based here in the Philippines. And today I'll be presenting exciting opportunities for you when you study at KPU. So I'll be presenting some of our programs, and then later after VCC's presentation, Kanata's presentation, we can do the Q&A. Okay. So now I would like to present some facts first about KPU. We are a teaching-focused and hands-on university, and we have over 20,000 students. That's a mix of domestic and international, and that is every year. Right now, the Philippines is our top market for Southeast Asia. So marami talaga kami na-receive na applications from the Philippines every semester or every intake. And one of our biggest competitors would be Vietnam, but we have exceeded Vietnamese applications in the past few months or years. And we have over 140 unique programs at KPU. So marami kayong options na pwedeng pagpilian. We offer bachelor's degree, associate's degree, certificates, diploma, and post-degree programs. We are also the third largest university in Metro Vancouver kasi meron kaming 5 campuses. So mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo yung map ng mga campuses ni KPU. And then I know you are looking for a designated learning institution or DLI. in Canada that can help you obtain a postgraduate work permit. And yes, we are an accredited public university and a DLI. So all our programs at KPU are eligible for a postgraduate work permit. And in terms of alumni, we have over 200,000 students who have studied at KPU. So before we proceed, let me share with you this short video for you to have an overview of what it is like to study and how fun it is to stay at KPU. Okay, so that's it for our short video and welcome to KPU. So KPU stands for Kwantlen Polytechnic University. But first, what do we mean by a polytechnic university? So mas nagfo-focus kami on practical skills of students, applied learning, and hands-on experiences. Because we believe that these are the skills that future employers in Canada are looking for in a fresh graduate. So basically, hindi lang basta sa degree, it's not just about your credential, but it's about the practical skills that you will be needing when you get employed right after graduation. So that's our focus as a polytechnic university. Now let's talk a little bit about location. KPU is located in the very beautiful province of British Columbia, which is one of the top destinations of Filipinos in Canada. And here are just a few of the many reasons why. So first, it is one of the mildest climates in Canada, very temperate lang yung climate in Metro Vancouver compared to other provinces in Canada. Second, it is safe, multicultural, and has a laid-back lifestyle. Third, it has one of the highest quality of life in North America. And this is very important because it means that it generates a lot of job opportunities for students like you. And I think right now, BC has the second highest minimum wage in the entire Canada. If I'm not mistaken, it's at 15.65 Canadian dollars. And we have a lot of oceans and mountains in the province of BC. Okay, so as I've mentioned earlier, merong 5 campuses si KPU, and this is our map of our campuses. So we have KPU Richmond, KPU Civic Plaza, KPU Surrey, KPU Tech, and KPU Langley. So just to give you a short description of each campus, yung first campus would be KPU Richmond. Ito yung pinakamalapit na campus to the city of Vancouver. So as you can see, Vancouver City and downtown Vancouver is on the upper left of the map. And nandito yung KPU Richmond. So it's just about 15 minutes away drive from Vancouver. And then mostly for this campus, nandito yung undergraduate business arts and sciences programs. Also, our design programs are all located here in KPU Richmond. And then we have here KPU Civic Plaza. So most of our applicants are applying for a postgraduate program. And if you're applying for those kinds of programs, your classes will be in KPU Civic Plaza in Surrey, Central Avenue, Surrey. Yung maganda dito sa campus na to is that very strategic yung location niya. It's just beside a SkyTrain station. So it's very convenient for students to go to this campus. And mas mura yung student accommodations within the area, within Surrey area. And then we have here KPU Surrey. This is our main campus and mostly for undergraduate programs, undergraduate business and arts program. And then we have here KPU Tech, mostly for trades programs. So usually domestic students yung nandito sa KPU Tech in Cloverdale. And last campus would be KPU Langley for science and horticulture programs. The good thing here is that we have free shuttle for our students. So if you would like to go from one campus to another, you can take that free shuttle. So we have that multi-pass that you can use from going from one campus to another. And here are some of our pictures of our facilities and our campuses. So ito yung Wilson School of Design ni KPU, which is one of the best schools for design in Canada. So we offer several unique programs like interior design, graphic design, fashion marketing, fashion and technology, and a lot more. We also have product design degrees. So we are one of the first schools who offered product design in Canada. And then we have here KPU Civic Plaza. Again, ito yung campus for postgraduate students. This is our sustainable agriculture farm at KPU Langley. And then we also have brewing labs for our brewing and brewery operations in KPU. And then we also have, ito yung main campus ni KPU and Surrey. We also have our gathering place. This is our library at KPU Surrey, also in KPU Surrey, and this is in KPU Langley. Again, this is mostly for science and horticulture programs. Okay. So just a month ago, I was in KPU and ito yung some pictures na nakunan ko during my stay. On your screen, you'll see some pictures of KPU Surrey and KPU Richmond. So on the left, it's KPU Surrey, and then yung lower right would be the traditional Chinese medicine lab in KPU Richmond. Yeah. Then these ones are taken in KPU Civic Plaza and KPU Langley. So let us talk about the 7 faculties of KPU. We have Academic and Career Advancement, Faculty of the Arts, Melville School of Business, Wilson School of Design, Faculty of Health, Faculty of Science and Horticulture, and Trades and Technology. So let's talk about the Faculty of the Arts. We have several unique programs like criminology, journalism, policy studies. Meron din kaming political science, anthropology, fine arts, um, policy studies, and many more. So we also have journalism, and we are the first one to offer the undergraduate journalism degree in the South Fraser region. Then next faculty would be business. So ito yung most popular faculty for Filipino students. And there are around 22 majors that you can choose from in this faculty. As you can see on your screen, over 10,000 job openings for accountants and financial auditors are expected to open between now and 2029. And in terms of recognition, our School of Business received accreditation from the Council for Business Schools and Programs. And then next faculty would be Wilson School of Design. So we have the very famous fashion design programs at KPU. Our interior design is the first one that was recognized in British Columbia. So mataas talaga yung reputation niya in the province. And as you can see on your screen in 2019, KPU's Wilson School of Design has been named as the best overall fashion school, not just in British Columbia, but in the entire Canada. However, please note that if you're interested to apply for our design programs, it's only offered every September intake. So once a year lang siya ina-offer. The next faculty would be Faculty of Health. Very limited lang yung options ng international students under our Faculty of Health. So we only offer the 2-year diploma in traditional Chinese medicine or the acupuncture program for international students. However, it is a growing field in BC. So you may want to consider applying for that program. Before, we actually offer the healthcare assistant program at KPU. However, at this point, it's not offered to international students. So we don't know yet kung kailan siya ibabalik na i-offer for international students. Okay, next would be science and horticulture. In this faculty, we have bachelor's in biology, bachelor's in health science. We also have associate's degree in general science, which is a 2-year program. And then if you're interested with computer-aided design and drafting, we also have that, also 2 years. And environmental protection technology program. Of course, we also have horticulture and agriculture at KPU. Then the last faculty would be trades and technology. The most popular program under this faculty would be the 2-year diploma in mechatronics and advanced manufacturing technology program. Okay. So let's talk about the post-degree programs at KPU kasi very popular itong mga programs na to sa Filipino students. Usually ito yung ina-applyan talaga nila when it comes to postgraduate programs at KPU. So we have 2 levels, the post-baccalaureate diploma and graduate diploma programs. Under post-bac, we have accounting, operations and supply chain management, technical management and services, and human resources management. Under design, we have technical apparel design. Meanwhile, undergraduate diplomas, we have global business management and green business management and sustainability. So lahat ng programs na nakikita nyo on your screen are for 2 years, which means that they will make you eligible to apply for up to 3-year postgraduate work permit after your studies. Now, what is the main difference between post-bacs and graduate diplomas? Yung post-baccalaureate, they are more hands-on and more professional credential focused. while graduate diplomas require a lot more work and laddered siya into a master's degree. So since laddered siya into a master's degree and it is slightly higher than postbacks, mas marami yung requirements for the graduate diplomas. For example, for graduate diplomas, we require additional 2 reference letters and statement of intent compared to postbacks na hindi na siya required. Okay. So later on, I'll be discussing yung ladderized program ni KPU when you opt to apply for a graduate diploma. So 80% of KPU's undergraduate credential programs offer work-integrated learning opportunities. So at KPU, we also have co-op options. However, yung co-op ni KPU, it's not mandatory. So you have to declare it once you have started your program. And it's an additional 10 credits on top of the total credits of the program. In terms of employment rate, KPU enjoys 92% to 94% employment rate for its graduates. And our graduates get employed in their field of study within 6 months after graduation. Okay. So just some sort of a trivia. This guy is Ryan Reynolds from Marvel's Deadpool, and he actually attended Kwantlen Polytechnic University before deciding to leave to pursue his career in acting. So at some point, he studied at KPU. And then, in terms of class sizes, our class sizes are really small compared to other universities in the province. So we only allow a maximum of 35 students per class. And it's an advantage actually for the students because it allows students to better engage with their classmates and instructors. Okay. So this is the KPU SUMAS partnership. As I've mentioned earlier, kapag gusto nyo mag-take ng graduate diplomas, you actually have the option to ladder into a master's degree. So si KPU, meron siyang partner business school in Switzerland called SUMAS or Sustainability Management School. So this is a dual credential program, meaning pwede kang maka-receive ng graduate diploma from KPU plus a master's degree from Switzerland. And what you need to do is just take 5 additional courses after obtaining your graduate diploma. So yung graduate diploma ni KPU it's a total of 36 credits. And then if you'd like to pursue your master's degree, mag-a-add lang kayo ng 5 additional courses. So that is 15 credits. It's actually faster and cheaper. However, it's not mandatory for students. And hindi mo kailangan pumunta ng Switzerland just to take your courses. You can take those online. So let's talk about the estimated costs for the first year. Even though we are a university, our minimum tuition fee for 1 year is just 14,000 Canadian dollars for a minimum course load of 9 credits per semester. So it's affordable for students who may want to study in Metro Vancouver area. And then for the learning materials, you may budget about 1,500. Pero most of our programs do not require you to buy textbooks. So huge save pa din yon para sa inyo. For the living costs, of course, this is just an estimate. It would depend on your lifestyle and whether you're living with your family or a relative. But the estimated living cost for 1 year would be 15,000 Canadian dollars, including housing, utilities, food, health insurance, transpo, and other personal expenses. So now, if you have your specific program of interest and you would like to know the estimated tuition fee, you may check this out. That's www.ca/tuition estimator. So nandun yung breakdown of the tuition fees and other miscellaneous fees. So let's talk about scholarships and financial awards. So in KPU, we actually offer entrance scholarships. However, you can only apply for scholarships once you're officially admitted at KPU. We have a different department who handles scholarships. So if you want to know more about scholarships and other financial awards, we highly suggest to email awards@kpu.ca. And then on the other hand, meron kaming International Financial Award. So this award falls under our office and it's open to all international students. Yung maganda dito is it's automatic. So for example, you're applying for a 4-year program, you'll be receiving a total of 4,000 Canadian dollars. For a 2-year program, that is 2,000 Canadian dollars, and 1 year is 1,000 CAD. And reimbursement basis siya. So after each semester, makaka-receive kayo ng 500 CAD from KPU hanggang sa ma-complete natin yung total amount. So it's like a staggered financial award from KPU. So malaking savings din ito for Filipino students. And again, it's automatic. Walang additional requirements and no GPA requirement. Okay. So what can you do at KPU outside your studies? You can actually do volunteer work. We also employ students, and that is a paid work. For the admission requirements, Kanata can help you with this one. You can book a one-on-one consultation with them, but I would just like to highlight the English proficiency requirement. Please note that KPU does not accept Certificate of English as a medium of instruction, but we are currently accepting Duolingo as an alternative to IELTS. So the minimum score is 110 for Duolingo. And it's accepted until September, fall 2023. So, matagal-tagal pa. For the admission procedures, of course, Kanata can help you with this one. Just please take note that the confirmation deposit at KPU is 2,200. Okay. So right now, we are currently accepting applications for spring intake for January 2023 and summer intake May 2023. Please note that we have very, very limited seats. So if you're asking when is the best time to apply, if you have the capacity to do so, please do apply as early as today. And then we also have our social media handles. You may follow us on Facebook, and that's the end of my presentation. So if you have any questions, we can answer those questions later during the Q&A session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Regine, for that very informative presentation. So just to give you a recap, Queensland Polytechnic University, again, is the third largest university in Vancouver with over 140 programs, and they are located in Vancouver or near Vancouver. So technically, one of the best attractions of schools within that area is that they have a milder climate compared to other cities and other provinces. What else? They offer graduate. So aside from diplomas, they do offer graduate diplomas too. Again, they have 140 programs, so medyo madami. And that means madami kayong pagpipilian. What else? They also give financial awards. No? So not just for Filipino students, but for other international students. And then, so they're not requiring people to have their IELTS. So they do accept Duolingo. That is until May 2023, if I heard that right.
September 2023.
September 2023.
Yes, na-extend na siya. Good news.
Good news for everyone na may aversion to IELTS. Okay. So we'll now go to, I think we'll start with a Kanata presentation first, before we proceed to the next school. Sir Francis, are you there? Francis?
Yes.
Okay, sige. Let's start now when you're ready.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Van, and of course, Miss Regine of Queensland Polytechnic University. So I hope everyone is doing great and everyone is safe. We're still in a pandemic. We still need to bring our alcohols and masks whenever we go out. So again, welcome to Kanata's Educational Consultancy Services free webinar about study in Canada. So I want everyone to continue to turn off their video and on audio for clearer presentations. Don't worry, we will attend for your questions later on our Q&A. So let me just share my screen. Okay, I hope you see my presentation. So for today's topic, we will discuss who we are, what are the services we provide, and what services do we provide regarding school application, assistance to students, process of application, privileges and opportunities for international students in Canada, and also for your future plans. So Canada originates from the word Kanata, which means village or coming together. This is where the agency name comes from. So we are one of the leading agencies here in the Philippines that provides assistance to future international students who wants to pursue their education in Canada. We have years of experience handling school applications and student visa applications. We have partner schools all over Canada. So whether you want to study in Ontario, Manitoba, Atlantic region, Alberta, and of course, British Columbia, definitely we can assist your application. So our mission is to help Filipinos who wants to pursue their post-secondary education in Canada with no extra cost. So you heard it right. We don't collect processing fee. We don't collect assistance fee for our students. So we will assist your application for free. So our services is to provide assessment, one-on-one consultation before school application. So this is the to make sure that the student is choosing the right programs that is related to their education background and work experience. So we also represent the student to our partner school. So basically, we are the one who will process your application. So your documents, you need to submit them to us to represent you on your school application. So aside from school application, we also assist the student in applying for student visa. So basically from start to finish until you get your approval. So you don't need to be scared or don't have to worry about your documents because we will provide the complete list of requirements. We also help you on your statement of purpose or the letter you need to provide on your visa application. So let us talk about Canada. So Canada is considered as the second largest country by land that consists of 10 provinces, 3 territories, and 4 regions. So it is Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Prince Edward, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland Labrador. Also considered as Yukon, Northwestern Territories, Nunavut, Ontario, and Quebec. So the Canadian education system is one of the best in the world. So they are considered as the most educated countries in the world. Their education is acknowledged all over the world. Their tuition fee is affordable compared to other first world nations. It also provides diversity, multiculturalism. It is also healthy and safe. It has safe environment for international students. They have exciting campuses, just like KPU, and students will get migration opportunities and also career progression if they study or if they pursue their studies in Canada. So we can discuss now the benefits of an international student. But before that, we need to you need to follow these rules or conditions first before before we continue getting the benefits of an international students. So first, you need to be always enrolled at a DLI or designated learning institutions. So KPU is one of the is part of that list. So if you study in KPU, you will get the benefits of an international students. So sometimes may mga semesters na naka-break kayo or summer, but basically you need to be always enrolled and you need to pay for your tuition fee. So you also need to make progress and finish your program, respect the conditions of your student permit, and you need to leave Canada at the end of your allowable stay. So this is one of the benefits of an international student. So as an international student, you are allowed to do to work in Canada while finishing your program. So you can do on-campus job, off-campus job, and sometimes part of your program, meron silang co-op or OJT. So there. So as an international student, during school semesters, you can do 20 hours or part-time job. Pero during semestral break naman or holiday breaks, you can do full-time job or 40 hours per week. So as an international student, you will also get a postgraduate work permit or PGWP. So if you study a program less than 8 months, you are not eligible. But if you study a 8-month to 1-year program, you will get a 1-year PGWP. And if you study a 2-year program naman, you will get 3 years postgraduate work permit. So one of the privileges also an international students, you can bring your families with you. So your spouse or common law partner can apply for an open work permit that makes them eligible to work full-time, while ikaw naman as an international student, you can only do part-time work. So for your children, if they also granted a visa, they can enroll in a public school on elementary and high school, and they can do their education there for free. So what are the documents needed to start your application? So first is your valid passport. Second is academic transcripts, which is your diploma, what else? Transcript of records, Form 137 from your high school. So you also need English test results, IDs, and resume. So basically, dito kami magbe-base din ng aming program and school recommendation. So what is the process? So first is we do a one-on-one consultation with us. This is where we will know about your background, what are your plans and goals, and to make sure na tama yung program na kukunin nyo in Canada. Second is to gather all and submit your documents for school applications. So part 3 is we will be the one, as your agent, we are the one who will submit your documents to designated learning institution. So fourth is wait for your acceptance letter. Fifth is confirm and pay for your tuition fee. So basically, you need to pay for your tuition fee to confirm your seat, do your medical tests, complete all visa requirements, and lodge your application to IRCC. So don't worry, we will help you on that one's requirements and also done sa visa lodging. So let's discuss the 2 types of visa application for student. So one is regular stream and second one is study direct stream. So let's discuss the difference between the two. So for your regular stream, this is where you have a sponsor. So you need to have a sponsor, a relative that will provide affidavit of support, proof of funds, and proof of relationship. So you need to pay the 1 semester tuition fee. The amount of proof of funds that needed to be deposited on your for your sponsor's account is equivalent to 1 year tuition fee plus 1 year leaving costs. So you don't need, for regular stream, you don't need to provide IELTS results, but you need to provide letter of acceptance from school, study plan or statement of purpose, and your passport. So unlike in regular stream, for study direct stream, you need to pay for the 1 year tuition fee. You also need to purchase guaranteed investment certificate worth 10,000 Canadian dollars for your living costs. So we will also assist you in opening for this GIC. You need IELTS results of 6.0 with no score lower than 6.0 in each band. So same with regular stream, you need to have a letter of acceptance, study plan or statement of purpose, and your proof of identity or passport. So during this time, this visa application will give you the complete list of requirements. We will give you guide questions on how to create your SOP. So hindi man kayo mahirapan on that department. We will help you definitely to have your student permit, student visa or student permit. So again, our services is free. We don't collect processing fee, and you can start your application now. Just provide your passport, your resume, your academic transcript, and pay the 10,500 security deposit fee to start your application. So we do free assessment and program recommendation, unlimited consultations to our education counselors, and free assistance for your school application and visa application. So you can always visit us on our office in Makati, located in Enterprise Tower 2, Ayala Avenue Corner, Paseo de Rojas, Makati City. You can also follow us on our Facebook page. You can contact us on that number. You can email your inquiries and follow us on our Instagram page. So if you want to watch past webinars, success stories of international students, you can search Miss Catherine May YouTube channel, and you will know more about the process and know more about study in Canada. So that's the end of my presentation. Again, you can have a one-on-one consultation with us, free assessment to start your application in Canada. So later we will have a Q&A for your inquiries. Van?
Okay. Thank you, Francis. Thank you for that very detailed presentation for Kanata. So again, Kanata is a company, that offers services to and assistance throughout your application. So meaning we'll start with assisting you in choosing the perfect programs for you. We'll help you with the applications for schools. We'll help you with your visa application also, and we'll do everything, the entire process, without collecting any processing fee from you. Okay, so we'll do it for free. Even the assessment and the consultation is free also. So since I haven't seen questions that much in the chat box, so I guess a lot of their questions are very personal. So if you have very specific and personal questions, I suggest that you book a consultation with us. Again, assessment and consultation is free. There you go. So now, since we're done with Kanata's presentation, with Francis' presentation for Kanata, rather, we can now proceed to the presentation of Rona Diaz for Vancouver Community College, right? So this is another school that is found or that is located in British Columbia. So Rona, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Are you
All
able to see my
right. Hi, Rona. Sige, we can start. Let's start when you're ready.
I'm ready. I hope you guys
Okay.
are able to see my screen now.
Yes, we
All
can.
good?
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
sounds
you.
Cool. Hello, everyone. I'm Rona, and I'm the in-country manager of Vancouver Community College here in the Philippines. It's great to be here, and thanks, guys, for coming. So for my presentation, of course, I'm going to introduce Vancouver Community College, the programs we offer for international students, why should you choose VCC among other colleges or institutions in Canada? And of course, how do we support your study journey once you already become an international student at VCC? All right. So VCC, guys, is one of the largest and oldest public colleges in the province of British Columbia, and we're known as a college offering career programs or programs that lead to high demand occupations. All right. We've been there since 1965, providing great education or high quality education, both to domestic and international students. Just to give you a hindsight about what our students say about their study experience at VCC, allow me to play this brief video.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a chef.
I wanted to be a nurse.
A hairdresser, fashion designer.
I wanted to be a rock star. The overall environment and atmosphere was unlike any other school I had been to before. It was very relaxed, very open.
Right when you step into class, you'll definitely make a few friends right away on day one. Everyone there is there to learn and also for personal growth.
The other students that I'm learning with constantly force me to raise the bar.
It feels more like you're part of a team than you are part of a student body.
I don't like to be bored in one place. I like things to be constantly changing and to be constantly challenged. So it's not just classroom work. They put us in lab and they put us out in the real world and they give us realistic expectations of what the job is going to actually look like.
I do feel that having a physically smaller campus, smaller classrooms, fewer people, it's a lot more intimate. You actually get a chance to know your classmates and your colleagues as opposed to just being a part of a giant crowd of people. VCC is the catalyst to your potential.
I'm going to be a chef.
A dental hygienist.
A musician.
A baker. A nurse.
A graphic designer. I'm finally going to be a mechanic.
And I'm on my way there because of VCC.
All right, so thanks for watching, everyone. Some statistics are shown on my screen just to give you, again, an indication about the positive graduate outcomes of our students. So 94% of our graduates are happy with their education, which means whatever is their educational goal, they're able to achieve it, and VCC has been instrumental in achieving that goal. Our average class size is small, that's 21, and that enables you to build rapport, positive relationship with your classmates and instructors who in reality are actually the top sources of job referrals, all right? So number of students per class could range between 15 to 25 students. Our employment rate is one of the highest in the province at an average of 92%. In fact, we have programs that have 100% employment rate like business management post-degree, network technology, baking, and CAD and BIM drafting. But overall, the average is 92%, and that's one of the highest in the province. Our scholarship, so we don't have entrance scholarships to manage your expectations, but once you're already studying at VCC, there are a lot of scholarships available. In fact, with the spring award computed just yesterday, out of the 44 awards given to students, 14 of them went to Filipino international students. That's the highest number of awards given to a specific nationality. All right, so there are financial aids or awards, awards that will be awarded to well-performing students academically. And once again, they're merit-based. You have to work on it to earn the award. So we're located in the heart of Vancouver City. This is Vancouver on the western coast of Canada, facing the Pacific Ocean. And there are a lot of reasons actually for Filipinos why you should choose to study in Vancouver. On top of that, there are lots of Filipinos in Metro Vancouver area. So around 7 to 8% of the population in Greater Vancouver is comprised of Filipino. So ang dami nyo makikilalang kababayan. All right. And if you're considering the climate or temperature, Vancouver is the second place in Canada that has the mildest temperature. Actually, the first, as far as is Victoria. Second is Vancouver. So for Filipinos like us who have been accustomed to a tropical country like the Philippines, it's just the best location. All right. During winter, it's not too cold, so there's still snow, but it's not too long and it's not freezing. And when it's summer, it's just like Baguio City. So it's just great, okay? Because snow is great when it's your first time, but when you're living, studying, and working on that particular location, it may not be that great. So Vancouver is number one, climate-wise. So Vancouver is also known as one of the most livable and beautiful places in the world, as shown on the pictures. There was a study conducted last May to evaluate that the major locations or cities in Canada and determine which are the best places when it comes to employment. And guess what? According to the result of the survey, Vancouver emerged as the number one, or the best place in Canada for employment for people below 30 years old, or among the youth. All right. If you're considering other locations, their rank is shown on my screen. But the message is positive, clear, and very strong. So Vancouver is like Makati or BGC of Metro Manila. It's the number one place for employment. There are lots of jobs available for you to help you, of course, with your part-time or full-time work. These are the locations of our two campuses, downtown and Broadway. They're proximate, near commercial shops, facilities, and of course, near public transport areas like bus terminals or SkyTrain terminals. This is our downtown campus, and this is our Broadway campus. Do they look familiar? Probably yes, because there are a lot of films, series that were filmed or shoot at our campuses. For example, if you already watched the Netflix series of The Good Doctor, the American adaptation, see Dr. Murphy, the entire hospital there, the interior and exterior, is entirely VCC's Broadway campus, which showcases the state-of-the-art facilities of our campuses for our students. So don't be worried to study in Canada, because according to the provincial government, there will be lots of jobs available in the next 10 years. Around 1 million jobs approximately. 80% of that will be created because many will retire and many will be hired to be their replacements. While the remaining 20% will be created as a result of economic growth. But the message again is very positive and clear. There are jobs waiting for you if you choose to study in British Columbia, particularly in Vancouver, of course, at VCC. So how about the minimum wage? This information is important, guys, because of course you want to know how much you can expect to earn and how much is the minimum. So very pleased to inform you that every year the minimum wage in British Columbia is increasing. So it just increased actually last June 1st. So last year it was 15.2, and last June 1st it increased to $15.65 dollars per hour. It's one of the highest minimum wages across the country. All right, so that's great news. In terms of unemployment rate, as of April, it stood at 5.4, nearing the pre-pandemic level of 4.7%. And employment rate also, that should be April, it's 62%, one of the highest employment rate. So I'm sure most of you here already know about this. So if you become an international student, you will be eligible to work part-time up to 20 hours per week and full-time during term break. And some programs have practicum or internship. And this is the most exciting part. So after you complete your program, you will be eligible to work in Canada up to 3 years. That's provided, that 3-year eligibility, provided that the program you completed is good for a 2-year duration. So what if it's just 1-year program or 8 months program? Then the length of your PGWP is also equivalent to the length of your program. Also 8 months, also 1 year. But if 2 years, it's up to 3-year PGWP. So we have many program areas for students to choose from. Kindly refer on my screen. I'm going to highlight at this point the programs that are so popular among Filipinos and among international students from different countries. Why are they popular? Most of them are 2 years in duration, high employment rate, low attrition rate, very reasonable admission requirements. In fact, we have programs that accept those students who completed, let's say, grade 10 as their highest academic achievement. And of course, this program have reasonable tuition. So what are these programs? A lot of Filipinos would want to upgrade their college degree. So we have 3 post-degree or postgraduate programs, guys, for you to choose from. 2 in business and 1 in network technology. So for these 3 programs, no IELTS, and the details are on my screen. Just go over. You just have to submit a certification that English is the MOI to meet the English test requirement. So these are business and project management, business management. This one has co-op and has 100% employment rate. Network tech. So among all programs, this program has the most lucrative annual median salary at approximately 94,000 Canadian dollars once you start working, let's say, as a computer and information system manager. We also have network security advanced certificates. So this is the most affordable program, guys, at only around 11,000, approximately 12,000 Canadian dollars. This is good for 8 months already, and you're PGWP eligible for 8 months also. So unlike this one, the network security requires you to have an education or work background on technology. And this program is only offered for winter intake. So I'd like to mention at this point that the current, the available intakes at this point are winter or January 2023 and summer or May 2023. So there are a lot of programs that are closing their applications for winter, but don't worry, spring is now open. So you have to submit your application the soonest for you to secure a seat. We also have hospitality management. This is so popular among Pinoys. So I think this is the second most popular program. For this program, as you know, Vancouver is a top tourist destination. So there are lots of jobs in the hospitality, tourism, and food service industries. We've always been voted as the best place in the city to train for work in the hospitality industry. We're the largest baking and culinary school in Western Canada. So these two are just very competitive and popular. If you're interested, make sure to apply this week or the next if there's still a seat, because seats of these two programs fill up sometimes 1 to 2 days after the application period or 1 week after. These are the other programs that are popular: early childhood, CAD and BIM, computer systems technology. Guys, there was an announcement last month by the provincial government. According to them, for those who will apply to become a permanent resident under the skills immigration pathway, the ones with background in early childhood care and healthcare assistant will be prioritized. So I highly encourage you to consider taking this program if you're really after becoming permanent resident, because you'll be the top priority of the province for approval. We have dental tech as well, fashion, first universe transfer, graphic design, virtual reality and augmented reality design, music and dance. To see the complete list of programs, because I'd not include them all, just go to bc.ca/international. We have our newest program, Optician Diploma. So these are health science professionals that provide optimum vision for their patients by, of course, let's say providing eyeglasses, contact lenses, or other external devices. So again, this program is accepting applications for winter. This occupation is so in demand across Canada, because, everyone grows old and most of us probably will have difficulty in our eyesight in the future. That's why these opticians are classically in demand across the country. Healthcare assistant. So this is the newest program, and yes, it's very popular among Filipino international students right now. So healthcare assistants provide personal care to their patients in various healthcare settings. And if you look at Work BC's, yung provincial government's job search portal, the one who demonstrated the role of a healthcare assistant is actually a Filipino, which is telling us that really the top medical healthcare professions in Canada the Filipinos are very active or taking a dominant or prominent position sa health science industry sa Canada. So if you guys are interested sa program na ito, remember, this program only accepts the following English test exam: IELTS academic, overall 6.0, no less than 6.0 in speaking and listening, and no less than 5.5 in reading and writing. All right. So these are also the other acceptable English tests. If you're very keen to apply for winter, you have to take IELTS academic soon, because while seats, application is still open. These are the recent openings, and as you can see, the minimum wage per hour ranges between 21 to 26 Canadian dollars, and that's really high. Of course, the actual salary will depend on the length of your experience. So, application process in applying to VCC. There's an application fee amounting to 145 Canadian dollars. It's non-refundable and non-transferable. The initial deposit varies depending on the program. The range is between 7,000 to 14,000 Canadian dollars. How to apply? So we work with Kanata. They're also a partner of VCC. You may work with them. This is the range of tuition fees per credential. Can I just go over? They are payable per term, not on a lump sum basis. So you don't have to worry because you need to pay the full amount of tuition. It's per term, okay? Depending on the number of credits that particular term. So applications must be sent to study at vc.ca and CC me, Philippines at vc.ca. Before sending an application, you must find out or verify if the program is really still accepting applications. Because as I said, napakabilis mapuno ng mga seats sa VCC. These are the general application requirements, the VCC application form, your education documents. If you're applying for a post-degree or postgraduate program, we just need your college documents, the transcript and diploma. If you're applying to a grade 12, to a program requiring grade 12, you must be a graduate of K-12, or if a mature student, you must submit both your high school and college documents. We also need your valid passport, the English test, all right, depending on the program, and the application fee. There may be program-specific requirements, just refer on the website. The processing time takes approximately 16 business days, or that's 2 to 3 weeks. And if you're available and there's a seat available, of course, if you're eligible, and there's a seat available, you will receive a letter of acceptance from VCC. And to accept, you will receive a letter of offer or seat offer from VCC. And for you to accept that offer, you have to pay the initial deposit, all right, within 2 weeks. And as soon as you pay the initial deposit, VCC will send you the letter of acceptance, okay? And using the LOA and the official receipt, you can then apply for a study permit. Take note, guys, at VCC, we require the submission of study permits 1.5 months before classes start. So if you're eyeing to apply for winter, which starts in January 2023, you have to submit your proof study permit approval by November 15th. Take note, which means that you really have to work very hard to apply as soon as possible, both at VCC and for your study permit, for you to meet the deadline of submission. If you fail to submit on this particular date, then you will have to defer or delay your intake. This is a very good illustration that there's a return of investment in your international education, and it's really worth it, guys, for you to study in Canada. So these are the programs at VCC. These are the tuition fees for 2 years already or throughout the program duration. And these are your expected earnings, the annual median salary. For example, you will take business management post-degree, you invest or you pay $37,000 for your 2-year tuition, then you can expect to earn approximately $73,000. You can easily offset the investment you made on your tuition fee, okay? So English test, as mentioned, most of our programs have an English test. These are the acceptable English exams. No English test for our post-degree, just submit a certification that English is the MOI from your college or university. If you find it hard to take the IELTS, you can always take Duolingo. It's a very easy online English exam, 1 hour only, around 2,500 pesos ang fee, and the result is available in 2 to 3 days, okay? So why should you choose us? Let me wrap up. All of our programs are PGWP eligible as long as they are at least 8 months. So hindi dapat bababa ng 8 months, and they must be full-time. Highly employable and programs. We're located in the heart of Vancouver. It's a great place for you to study, work, and live. We have the reputation, award-winning ang students, ang institution, and even the instructors. Highly employable programs, as mentioned earlier. We have very strong partnership with the top employers or businesses, Samsung, BMW, the top hotels you can think of, Fairmont, Shangri-La, Marriott, and many other businesses. We connect our students with these businesses for a chance for them to be hired or find employment. And most importantly, guys, we offer practical education. Sa Canada kasi, it's very important for employers na ang applicants merong work experience sa isang Canadian work setting. So we have our own fine dining restaurant, salon, coffee shop, kitchen, childcare center, auto shop, cafeteria, and many others that provide hands-on training for our international students. These are the services we offer: free advising and immigration services, financial aid, scholarships, indigenous services, disability services, free counseling services, free tutorial services, and of course, we help you with your career navigation services. We disseminate jobs for our students to apply. Some testimonials from our international students, and more students are giving their testimonials soon. So they all believe that they're headed towards their dream, let's say, of becoming a graphic designer, professional graphic designer, of a chef, because they made the right choice, and that's choosing VCC. We only have 2 campuses, and the recently elected representative to the Board of Governor, which is like the Board of Regents of the University of the Philippines, the highest governing council in the school, is a Filipina student named Iron Sahagon, and surely makes all Filipino students at VCC proud, okay? So you'll be confident that because your kababayans at VCC are really taking leadership roles. And you might ask, are there a lot of students now? Yes, there are a lot of students. Here are some pictures of the students. In fact, in some classes, they dominate the class, and in terms of number, right? And they really love it. They're enjoying a lot because they have their support group, and they magkakasama sila after the class, when they leave the campus, when they, let's say, go to a coffee shop. They really enjoy, and they overcome their classes with the support of their kababayans. These are the social media of VCC. I'm on social media if you want to check more Filipino students at VCC, and if you want to see more updates. So, well, thank you so much, everyone, for your attention. I appreciate it. I'll hand it over to you, Kanata team, to continue this webinar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for that presentation, Ms. Rona. So just to give you a recap now for VCC. So VCC stands for Vancouver Community College. Obviously, it is in Vancouver, which is considered one of the locations with a very milder climate compared to other provinces and cities. What else? There are a lot of Filipinos and a lot of good Filipino communities within the area. It's voted as the best place to work, especially for the youth age bracket in Canada. IELTS is not that required. They do accept Duolingo now. They accept MOI also for post graduate diplomas. And then what else? Oh, their letter of acceptance, or no, letter of offer can be released as fast as 16 days. So there. Now I guess we can proceed now to the question and answer portion. No, Sir Francis.
Okay,
So,
thank you. Yes, I have a question here for Ms. Regine. So how long is the application process in KPU?
Hello, thank you for that question. So the application process for KPU, yung turnaround time natin, normally it takes about 20 business days as soon as they have submitted the complete documents. So emphasize ko lang yung complete documents because we will not process your application if there is still at least one document that is still missing. So very important na once you have submitted your application through Education Planner BC, the next step would be submission of documents. So please make sure that you submit your documents, everything na kailangan for admission para hindi madelay yung process. So basically, it's 20 business days.
Okay, after 20 business days in submitting their documents, how, and then they will receive an offer, right? First, before getting acceptance letter from KPU?
Yes, right. They will receive the offer letter kapag qualified sila dun sa program. So basically, yung 20 business days, it's the evaluation process of their documents, submitted documents. And then once they have qualified to the program, they will receive the offer letter. Then after the offer letter, they need to settle the confirmation deposit of 2,200 para ma-reserve yung seat nila for that specific program. And then after that, in 3 to 5 business days, kapag confirm na yung payment, then they will be receiving the LOA na.
The LOA, okay.
Yes.
What about in VCC, Rona? After paying the deposit fee for the tuition fee, how soon can they receive their LOA or letter of acceptance?
So it's quick. They can actually receive it within 3 to 5 days. As soon as the payment comes through, they can wait within 3 to 5 days and the LOA will be sent to them.
All right. Thanks, Rona. Thanks, Regine.
Thank you. Other question. There's one question here on Zoom. So she's asking, because she's a public teacher now. So what are the programs that are offered in your school, specifically for education graduate, for teachers? We have programs to offer for teachers. How about in VCC?
The program that I'd suggest, it's not directly related to teaching or to education, but it's also in a way part of that area. It's called early childhood care and education. So it's a 2-year program. As an early child educator, you will take care of toddlers and those children with special needs. And as mentioned a while back, it's one of the priority programs of British Columbia government in determining if a person should, be approved in their permanent residency. You will have an edge if you take this program to become a permanent resident in British or in Canada. Okay, so that would be the best program for those with background in education.
PCE, thank you. How about in KPU?
Thank you for the question. So for KPU, what I can recommend would be the education assistant certificate. So since it's just a certificate, it's just for 1 year. It's the only program na related to teaching na meron si KPU at this point. And it's only offered every fall intake. So once a year lang siya ina-offer. And again, that's just for 1 year, and the campus will be in the main campus in Surrey.
Thank you. Thanks, Regine. Next question.
I have a question here, Van. So most of the programs in your college has co-op. So do you assist students on finding the company where they can do their internships, Regine?
For KPU, yes, nagbibigay din kami ng support sa students namin. But they will be the ones who will be applying dun sa company. So the support that we provide is that we provide them a list of companies kung saan sila pwede mag-apply na related dun sa program nila at KPU. And then we also have career services at KPU. So if they will do some interviews, our academic advisors will be able to guide them and support them and train them for these kinds of interviews then, and guide them on how to write a CV or resume when they apply for a job or for a co-op.
Okay, thanks, Regine. Rona, what are the assistance the students can expect from VCC on how to find to finish their co-ops?
So yes, in most cases, we also refer students to prospective employers to complete their co-op requirement or internship. And but just like KPU, they have to apply themselves. They really have to also exert an effort. So VCC does itself to connect them with prospective employers, but the hard work, the application, the students have to do it by themselves.
Okay, thanks, Rona.
Another question. Do you offer in-campus accommodation? Are dependents allowed to stay with them if ever they have a dependent? In-campus accommodation, Ms. Rona.
So we don't have, what we offer is a setup called homestay. It's an arrangement, guys, where you get to stay with a Canadian family. You'll have your own room, access common facilities. You'll have your 3 meals per day. That's called homestay. The fee is around 900 Canadian dollars per month. It's outside the campus. So that's just an option if you'd like VCC to help you with your accommodation. Okay. And if I can mention, because I'm sure Vancouver is also known for its high cost in rental. So we have many Filipino students who are studying in downtown campus or Broadway, but they're living in a neighboring city. For example, in Surrey, in Burnaby, which are, if you take by SkyTrain, only, let's say, 45 to 1 hour or 60 minutes away to VCC. So that is a viable option for students who are worried in paying the rental costs in Vancouver, in downtown area.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for that. How about in KPU, Regine?
In KPU, we also don't have in-campus accommodations, but we also provide support to our students like homestays then, like VCC, and a list of student accommodations and rentals within the area. So on our website, we have a list of recommendations where they could find their affordable and reliable student accommodations. And nandun din yung specific rate for example, for 1 month, and if it includes the meals na, for that specific location. And as mentioned by Rona, we also have students living in nearby cities. Our main campus is in Surrey, so if students would like to consider living in Surrey, they can do that because it's cheaper, just like Rona mentioned. And other nearby cities like Burnaby, Coquitlam, and other cities then within Metro Vancouver area.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, speaking of rent, so may I ask how much is the average monthly living cost in British Columbia? Because there's always a perception if you live in Vancouver, medyo mahal yung average living cost. So Rona, how much is the average monthly living cost of an international student in Vancouver?
Sure. So of course, it depends on the accommodation setup, all right, or the room setup. Is it room sharing? Are you renting a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment or condo? Is it a basement? So it depends. Is how big or is the size of the apartment. So those need to be considered. The range is, if in Vancouver, the range is between 500 to as much as 1,500. So if it's, let's say, room sharing, probably you can find, you can find a room as low as 400 Canadian dollars. But it really depends on the room setup. If you're bringing your family, let's say you have 2 children and a spouse, and of course you will need a bigger space. So expect to pay higher. That's why if you have relatives or friends in Vancouver who are willing to accommodate you while you study there, you're the luckiest person in the world. Okay, so for you to save cost on the accommodation.
That is so true.
Rona, but there's some schools kasi on Ontario, they offer parang free pass or parang university pass. Is that available too in Vancouver Community College?
We don't have that. So BC doesn't have that kind of pass. What we only offer related to accommodation is the one I mentioned a while back. It's homestay. And if you check BC that says Lush International, there are accommodation search websites there that are recommended to help you look for a prospective place to stay in while studying at BCC.
Okay, thank you, Rana. Regine.
Yes, we also don't have that in KPU. But if they will check our website, I'll be posting the link on the chat. They'll see the options, list of student accommodations na recommended ni KPU and the specific rate for each accommodation. Also, the contact information for that rental student accommodation para ma-contact din nila yung owner or yung landlady for that directly. Thank you.
Thank you. Van?
Other questions? I think this is not in the chat box now, but one of the most frequently asked question is about the deferral policy. So in your school, what is the deferral process and what are the refund policies that are to be followed by, in case, well, knock on wood, no, in case you have visa rejection or they have to, for some other reasons other than that, what are your policies? Maybe we can start with Regine.
Yes, for KPU, yung deferral policy namin, we allow deferrals for open intake programs. So in KPU, we have 2 categories, the open intake programs and limited intake programs. Open intake programs have more seats capacity than limited intake programs, mostly for postgraduate programs. Now we have very, very limited seats. During this pandemic, we have some sort of flexibility para sa students na nagde-defer. As we know, we have delays in visa processing at this point. So we are becoming more flexible when it comes to that. However, it would largely depend if meron pang available seat for the next intake. So that is the most crucial part. In terms of refund policy, we do refund their confirmation deposit or their tuition fee if the reason is visa refusal. So yun lang yung pwede namin i-consider when it comes to refunding the deposit and the tuition fee.
So for VCC, about deferral, we allow, well, you can defer. If it's first time deferral, it's free. So no need to pay anything. You're allowed to do that. Remember, guys, you can only defer at VCC once you pay the initial deposit. All right. So once initial deposit is paid, then you may defer. For subsequent deferrals, for example, you did your first deferral, originally you're for fall 2022, you deferred for winter. Then suddenly for the second time, you want to defer for summer 2023. Subsequent deferrals has an application fee again, amounting to 145 CAD per deferral. Okay. So about refund policy, just like Regine's, just like KPU, you may refund the the deposit you paid if the study permit is denied. All right. VCC will only deduct 250 Canadian dollars for the administrative fee. But let's say you suddenly withdraw from the program, cancel your program at VCC, the deposit has a non-refundable fee amounting to 5,000 to 6,000 Canadian dollars. You cannot refund that. All right. So as a summary, refund is allowed. It's full refund less CAD 250 admin fee if study permit is denied. That's the only reason.
Thank you. Yes, Francis.
Yes, usually how many hours yung ni-spend ni student for their classes per week? So, meron ba talaga silang time for the part-time jobs when they study in Canada? Regine.
For KPU, yung minimum number of hours and credits for one semester is 9. So if they take 9 credits in one semester, that is equivalent to 9 hours per week. So they have ample time to do part-time work, which is maximum of 20 hours per week. And then if they take a maximum of 15 credits, that is equivalent to 15 hours per week. But mostly for Filipino students during their first semester, we highly recommend muna to take the 9 credits, the minimum of 9 credits, para they can still adjust in the current academic system in Canada. Thank you.
Wow, 9 hours. So
9 hours.
time to look and to do their part-time jobs.
Yes.
Rana, what about in VCC?
So VCC, it highly varies depending on the program. It could be 9 hours, it could be more. It really depends on the demands or the courses of the program. But rest assured that the schedule is designed in such a way that the students would still be able to look for a part-time job while studying. In fact, in continuing studies program like ECCE, the students would only go to, let's say, campus during weekends. All right. So they're designed for those who are really working. So we assure you that you guys would have time for your part-time work. Okay.
Okay. That's great, Rana. And again, as an international student, so yun pa rin syempre yung priority. You need to make progress on your study. Kailangan nyo matapos yung pag-aaral nyo because if not, pwedeng bawiin yung student visa or student permit nyo in Canada.
That's right. I think they need to keep in mind that you are there to study. So the priority is to study because what they're holding is a study permit, not a working permit. Okay, and with that, one of the questions that is often asked is if the programs that are offered in your school, do they have a certain limit when it comes to age? May age limit ba sa school programs nyo? Or may specific ganun bang requirement for VCC?
Wala. So we don't have a maximum age limit. In fact, there are Filipino students there, let's say, who are in their early 50s, all right? Or who are in their late 40s, just to share reality, okay? So no maximum age limit. So it's okay. You will still get a letter of acceptance from VCC. However, you have to also understand that when you apply for a study permit, you may have to explain why at a certain point in your life you decided to study. And when you apply for permanent residency, I'm not the best person to talk about this, but as far as I know, if you check the RCC website, it's point-based and your age will be considered, whether you'll get a high or low point on that particular component. So that's it.
Thank you. How about in KPU?
In KPU, wala din. Walang age limit. So you can apply regardless of your age to any programs. Open naman siya for all.
Oh, thank you. I think it goes for the majority of schools, no, Francis? Not
Yeah.
just in British Columbia schools. I think
So whether
throughout,
you're 40,
across.
you
That's
can
true.
still apply. We will help you with no extra cost because Kanata Education consultancy services don't collect processing fee or assistance fee. We will help you on your school application, on your visa application, on how to explain on your study plan or your statement of purpose why you want to study in Canada and also why you want to study on that program. So, Van, I think we can wrap this up.
May isa pa. Like, sorry.
Sure.
May isang pahabol na question. She's asking if they can apply, like the whole family. Pwede bang mag-apply ng buong family sila? Sir
Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah, so as an international student, so one of your privilege is to bring your families with you in Canada. So, ang pwede lang isama, so hindi naman buong relatives nyo kasama, but yung spouse nyo, your common law partner, and your kids, if nasa senior high school pa lang sila or grade school, you can bring them. And pwede sila mag-aral in Canada for free for your spouse and your common law partner. If nagrantan din sila ng visa, they eligible to work full-time or more than 40 hours pa. So definitely they can earn money to support your living costs in Canada. So they also have an opportunity to apply for permanent residency during your stay. So yes, na-mention ni Ms. Rona na it's a point-based. So your age will matter, but also your work experience, your education in Canada. So the pag-aaral na gagawin in Canada is it's a big help on your application for your permanent residency. So, but it's not automatic. Just because you study in Canada, automatically you will get a PR. No, you need to work on your application after yung graduate sa KPU or Vancouver Community College.
That's right.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So yeah, I guess that's it. No, we can wrap up this this webinar. That's the last question that I've seen. So yeah, so again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for attending. We're gonna end this quite early. Kasi tapos na din naman lahat. So yeah, the next webinar that we're gonna have, Sir Francis, do you remember? When is are we gonna have one next?
I think next week.
Next week. Definitely we're not gonna have a webinar next week. The next one for June is on June 17. So 2 weeks from now. We have Fanshaw and Sue.
Yes, and don't worry, all the attendees this afternoon, we will contact you. Make sure to type in your full name, your email address, and contact number so we can prioritize your assessment and consultation next week.
That is right.
Yes, and also thank you again, Rona of Vancouver Community College, and of course, Miss Regine of Kwantlen Polytechnic University. So have a great weekend, everyone, and stay safe.
Bye. Thank you again. Can we request the school reps to stay muna for a while for the photo op lang? But for the participants, thank you so much. See you in our other webinars. Bye.